Hello everyone, my name is Nirav Patel. I'm registered migration agent here. I'm from Aussizz group Variety. So I will be doing this Facebook Live today in relation to the skill select invitation round which happened recently, and how it can help you to decide that how many points you need to get it in near future or after November to get the invitation. And after that we'll discuss about the 190 state nomination for different states if it's available for the other occupations. And apart from that as well, we'll discuss about the 491 new skill regional visa coming up after November, and we will take few question answer as well. So if you have any questions about your case, you can comment it and we will try to answer the questions in this Facebook Live. If it's not possible, then we will definitely write in the comment with your answers, or you can contact us our nearest office to discuss about your case for the permanent residency. So let's just see if it's working. Just a moment. Yes, so the recent skill select invitation round happened on 11 September. That was not very high number with very high number. That was expected around 100 applicants invitation for 189 and maybe 100 for the 489 family category visas. 489 family category is already closed. That was the last round, and the immigration has invited very less number of applicants for 189. So the numbers we can expect, or the points we can expect for the IT accounting, that's very high. So for IT applicants we received an invitation at 85 points, while for accounting it's around 90 to 95 points. So it's really high points to get the invitation for accounting and IT applicants, with if they will invite 100 applicants in the near future as well. And apart from that, for engineers like mechanical engineer, then the electronics engineer, you can consider for the other engineering professionals, that's around 85 points. There is those occupations are under a non-product occupation. So product occupation. For non-product occupation, it's also similar to 85 points, and we received the invitation for 489 family category as well, around 80 to 85 points. But those are for the non-product occupations. Now, if you already lodged your 489 EUI before, and if you didn't receive the invitation, you will no longer receive an invitation in the family category. And after that, after November 2019, when they will introduce the 491 family category visa, in that one, your sponsor is to be living in the regional area rather than in the designated regional area. So in that case, if your sponsor is living in Melbourne, then you can't get the points from your family, as in the previous 489 category that was part of a designated regional area. But in the new visa coming up for 491, Melbourne is not part of the designated regional area. Now they will have only one regional definition that will be outside of Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Perth. Yeah, so if you're living in outside of these cities, then, and if your sponsor is living outside of these cities, then only you can claim the points for family category in the 491. Now they will also coming up with the 491 in the regional category as well, and they have increased the quota for the 491. So 489 quota was very less compared to 491. So they will opening there will be more opening about the 491 in different states, which might be liberal eligibility for the regional criteria, is they want their most of the migrants people to move in the regional area, so they can develop the regional in Australia. So apart from that, 491. So that's the question after November, or when they will come up with that updates in the November for the different regional area. But from until now till November, you only have two options, 189 and 190. So if you want to get a 189 skill independent invitation, then the points are higher as we discussed. And again, expected that until November they might invite 100 applicants as well. If they go like that after December, you may expect the higher number of invitation, because there are major changes coming up as well after November about the partner points. So they are adding the 10 points for the partner if a partner is skilled. They are adding 10 points if you are a single, or if your partner just got a competent English but they are not skilled, you can get 5 points. and if your partner is not skilled, not competent English, then you can't get any points for that. However, some of might you have confusion that for skilled partner I get 10 points. If my partner got competent English, then I got 5 extra, so that's 15. No, it's not like that. You can either get 10 points for the skilled partner or 5 points for the competent English for your partner. And in that way, your EUI date of effect may change as well. Now, immigration is to come up with a decision that whoever already lodged the EUI with the partner points currently with 5, or like who are single, what will be happen to the EUI, no? So the date of effect will still remain the question. They will come up with a solution around like start of November, or maybe after November invitation round, so they can equally or evenly distribute that to everyone, so it cannot affect most of them. So it will be helpful for the applicants, but again it will depend on the immigration, that they will make the date of effect as 16 November for everyone, or they will keep the date of effect for everyone and update the points in the same EUI. So we still need to wait for that update from the immigration yet. So that's for the 189 now, and how the 189 will change after November 2019. So if the immigration will continue inviting less number of applicants, then again the points will remain same in the next 2 rounds as well. So that will be around 85 to 90 points in most all of the occupation. And you will not receive any invitation for the 489 family category as well. If you already received, you should lodge it before 60 days from the date of the invitation. Otherwise, after 16 November, anyhow, you will not able to lodge the visa as well for 489. Now, there is a possibility as well that in the next 2 rounds, they may invite more applicants, as there is no 489 category as well. So they might invite more number of applicants for 189, but that's just what we are predicting it. It's not confirmation from the immigration yet. So we need to wait until the skill select update from the immigration for recent round. That's actual statistics. And again, actual invitation happen in the October or November round. So this is the picture of the skill select invitation round happened recently, and what we can predict in next 2 rounds or even after November, how the points criteria will be changed. Because currently if it's 85 to 90 points for all of the occupation, if they again invite the same number of applicants after November, then the points criteria will be very high, because for these single applicants, they will get easily 10 points extra. Even skilled partner, they will get 10 points extra. So that will create very high number of the points criteria to get the invitation. But again, if immigration start to invite more applicants after November, so that's from 11th of December, then you can still expect the invitation, but the roughly point criteria would be around 85 to 90. So at least if you have 90 points, then you have a good chance to get the invitation. So the recent details we got it as an freedom of information from immigration, which states that there are around 4,000 EUIs still lodged as an 80 points application in immigration up to May 2019. So you can predict that there are so many applicants who are waiting with the 80 points in different occupation total. So there is huge backlog for the EUI. So if you have 75 points, then it's better for you to increase the points. Otherwise, it will be really difficult to get the invitation after November 2019 if you are not single and if you don't have a partner with the skill points, So that's how you can predict the invitation after November. But again, we need to wait with the exact update from the immigration, and how the immigration will update the date of effect, and how they will give the priorities to the applicants who are with a partner and who are single as well after November 2019. So that's after November 2019, but let's say if someone wants to get the invitation before that, so that they will avoid the chances, avoid that they will not be affected with the new changes. So you can try to get higher maximum points, currently around 85 points from 189, and try to get the invitation. Apart from that, there is option for 190 state nomination as well. So now 190 state nomination option has been updated in New South Wales recently. So New South Wales put the additional criteria for most of the occupations. So if your occupation has an additional criteria, then you cannot apply for the 190, or they will not issue the invitation for the New South Wales for 190. That was not the case before July 2019, as New South Wales was inviting everyone before that. So for NSW, we can't expect, but if you are living in Victoria, and Victoria has one list which called recent graduate list. So if you have studied a Master of Engineering in your professional field, and if you have some study overseas bachelor as well, then you can get the skill assessment as an engineering technologist, and if you have minimum 65 points including 5 points from the state and an offer letter from any employer in Victoria in your occupation as an engineering technologist, then you can still get the invitation with 65 points. So that's the only option which is giving you which is available for engineers for 190 in Victoria, and that's really like it's not that difficult as long as if your master is related to your bachelor and you have an offer letter in Victoria, and you need to have like minimum that master 2 years in last 2 years. So if you studied your master like more than 2 years back, then they will not issue the invitation for the 190 category. They also have the options for the other like occupation in recent graduate, which is like agriculture scientist, agriculture consultant. So if you have studied here like a PhD, or if you have a job offer later, then you can still get the invitation in same ways as like an engineering technologist. So even engineering technologist category, they have like other options, like instead of offer letter, if you have done PhD in Victoria in engineering field, then you can also get the invitation straight away with 65 points without offer letter as well. So that's two options, one for engineering, one for agriculture consultant or scientist. And Victoria is also like liberal for registered nurse. So if you have studied like registered nurse in Victoria like for 2 years, and if you have like registration here as in like RN, and with 65 points, there is a very high chance that you can get the invitation for 190 Victoria State nomination. So for registered nurse, for engineers, if you're eligible for this option, you can contact us with our like nearest office and try to get the invitation like before November. So even if they are coming up with any changes for 190 after November, that can save you. So you can at least get the invitation before that time, and even if the changes coming up afterward, then it will not affect you. So for registered nurse, it's like you can consider as very easy. If you studied here Master of Nursing or Bachelor of Nursing, they just require you to have a like registration as a nurse, and you need to have minimum 65 points to get the invitation for the 190 Victoria. Now there are other state nomination as well for 190 like Tasmania, but Tasmania requirement is like quite difficult. Like you need to have 2 years study over there or 6 months experience full time over there in your nominated occupation. Same requirement is like for the Northern Territory as well. Apart from that, like there is Brisbane, which is currently like Queensland, it's not available, and in like Western Australia, Perth, it's available, but again with different occupation requirement with job offer later and study over there. So if you are living over there, you can contact our nearest office like the Perth office to get the update about the 190 Western Australia invitation. And for South Australia, that's like again if you studied over there and if you have worked experience over there, you may expect an invitation for the 190 as well for South Australia. So that is for the 190 throughout the state. And Canberra as well. Canberra, if you have like Canberra metric points, and if you get around more than 70 Canberra metric points, then you may expect the invitation over there. But again, that requires that you must be living over there, working or studying over there to increase your Canberra metric points criteria over there. So now that is the whole way, like if you're living in any of that state, then see how you can get the 190 state nomination, and that will really help you to get the invitation. Even might be lower points than the 189 as long as you are meeting the requirement of the state. So this is the way you can also get the invitation after November as well if there is no changes coming up for the 190. But at least until like November, if you want to get the invitation, you should opt for 189 with higher points, or you should target for the 190 which different state. If you're living in that state, then just check the requirement in detail so that you can, if you meet that requirement, you should apply straight away. So sometimes there are so many applicants we are getting that even if they study here nursing, they are still trying to get the 189. And they are not aware about the 190 Victoria State nomination option, that if they have studied here for 2 years, they can get the state nomination easily in like Victoria for 190. So yes, so it's better like as if you're planning to complete your study or recently, or if you have any doubt, just consult any nearest office and get a professional advice that how you can get the best way to get your permanent residency rather than struggling based on the information you get it from your friends or family, or like half information, you know. So there's the picture until November, that how you can get the invitation for 190 in different state and 189 as well. So as after November, as we discussed, that there will be new visa which is 491 skilled regional visa. That will have two categories, like you get points from your family, or you can get the points from the different regional areas in Australia. And what will be the minimum points criteria, and like how many points they will invite. So that's they didn't announce yet. They will do it after November 2019 only. They just give us a basic information that if you get the invitation, you will get the visa for 5 years. During 5 years, you need to stay 3 years and work for 3 years in any regional area in Australia, and then you can apply for the permanent residency after 3 years. So that is in 191 category, and that's a permanent residency. So if you apply for 491, that will lead to permanent residency for like 191 after 3 years. So that will help to get the permanent residency in that way. So again, in the November, if you get the points through your family in the regional, so you still need to live in the regional rather than living in the designated regional area. So you need to live in particular regional area for 3 years, work for 3 years, and then you can apply for permanent residency after 3 years. So the new regional 191 visa available after November 2022, when there will be at least minimum requirement will be met. Apart from that, they are also planning to introduce the requirement of minimum income requirement to be eligible for 3 years work experience in the regional. However, they didn't announce what will be the minimum requirements, so you can wait until November to get an exact update on that one. So even after getting a visa, you need to meet those criteria to get your permanent residency after 3 years. Now, so for 491, again the same regional area will open as well in they recently opened for 489 in New South Wales, like Orana, Riverina, even like Murray in Albury or Tasmania. So all the 489 regionals are currently closed. So they will come up with the new requirement. It may happen that they will keep the same requirement as 489, but there is no guarantee that they will keep it same. So it's better to wait until November before making any decision. And once they update everything clearly, then you can take a decision to move in different regional area. So that's the whole update currently about the different GSM visa and what is the current skill select invitation round details, and how it can affect your UA after as November as well for a partner or even for a single. And there are some points which are not clear from the immigration side yet, so we need to wait from the immigration before making any decision or before coming any conclusion on any update about the date of effect and all that. So you need to wait until official announcement from the immigration. So apart from that, now we will discuss about this, some question and answer. So if you again, I said, if you have any questions, you can comment it, or you can share this video with your friends or family. So if they have any questions, they can comment it, and I will try to answer as many questions as I can do that. So let's just check the comment, just a moment. So first question, we have it from Tunde Oderio, and they're asking about please discuss about 190, 189 and 491 for social workers South Australia and other states. So for 190 and 189, as I already discussed earlier as well, so social worker is part of a non-profit occupation. So for 189, the invitation criteria is around 85 points currently, and after November roughly it will be around 90 to 95 points for all non-profit occupation. And for 119 New South Wales, if you straight away from overseas plan studied over there for master or something, and if you have 3 months experience over there in any skilled occupation, then you may opt for the 190 as well. And for the 491 category, as I said, it's not decided yet that which occupation will be open and in which regional area for which requirement. So you need to wait until November for the 491 exact requirement. So Raj is asking that what is considered as a full-time work for 489 visa. So full-time work, that means you must be working 35 hours a week, which is a minimum number of hours you need to be work as per fair work to be considered as a full-time. And you need to provide an evidence your pay slips, your group certificate if you have a contract with your employer, as a full-time, or even if you have a casual work on a 489 category, and if your working hours are more than 35, then again it's fine. There is one catch as well here. So if you are working 2 part-time job, but weekly you're doing more than 35 hours combining both job, then that can still consider for the 489. But it's not necessary that they will come up with the same requirement for 491. So 491 they may change it as well, but for 489 you can combine 2 part-time or 2 casual job as well to make the full-time hours of 35 minimum per week. So next question is from Pranav. He says that he applied for EY on 20 million developer in 80 points. Is there any chances to get that to So yes, Pranav, you applied with 80 points, and up to mid of May, they already invited 80 points when they invited more number of applicants in July. But after that, in the last 2 rounds, they didn't invite more number of applicants. If they invite 1,000, then definitely you have a very good chance to get the invitation. But again, if they keep invite 100, then you need to wait until November. And after that, when they start to invite more number of applicants, and if you're a single, if your points are increasing, then you have a chance. Otherwise, if your points will remain same after November, then it will be very difficult to get the invitation with the 80 points. Tom is asking that how many points requires New South Wales state nomination for software developer. So for software developer, minimum you need to have a 65 points for 190 New South Wales, and they have the additional criteria as well. I think in that one that you need to have 1 year of experience in New South Wales, but they usually invite around 85 to 80 points at least. If you have individually that much, then you can expect an invitation. As for 189 as well, they're inviting around 85 points. Monica is asking about what about biotechnologies. So biotechnologies is under non-product occupation. So you can also expect an invitation from 189, but points are same for all non-product occupation, which is around 85 points currently. So if you have 85 or 90 points, then you can expect an invitation in next 2 rounds. Otherwise, you need to wait for the new update for the November, after November. So next question is from Lavjit, and she says that she got 80 points for electronic engineering, date of effect is 11th July 2019. What are the chances to get the invitation, and after November my points will be 85? So again, it's the same question for everyone, so I will repeat that as well. If you have 80 points and 11 July date of effect, so again if they invite 1,000 applicants, then there is very high chance to get the invitation, or it is more than 500 or something they invite, then you have a good chance. But inviting 100 applicants will only pick who are at the top level with 85, 90 points. So even 90 or 95 points, they don't have many applicants, so they may have around 90 or 80 applicants total out of 100 who are at 90 or 95. So that's why I would say you need to wait until next few rounds, so that you can get an exact idea how they will invite. But if they will invite more applicants, definitely you have a good chance to get the invitation. So let's just check for next question. So Raj asked again the new question, what about the nursing in Victoria for 190? So 190 I already discussed earlier that if you have studied here for nursing in Victoria or anywhere in Australia, and if you have registration in Victoria as a nurse, you can expect an invitation for 190 category even with 65 points as well. So Raj is asking the question again, if someone has done the study in Queensland, that's still alright, but what if you have studied in other state, then they may ask for the job offer letter as well. So you can provide an offer letter as a registered nurse in Victoria, and then you can still get the 190 Victoria state nomination for that category. So next question is from Akash Rana, and he says that what is estimation of getting invitation for IT security with 75 points, and after November being single 10 extra points added and total of 85. So with 75 points in the next 2 rounds, it will be very difficult to get the invitation. However, like after November, you may get the invitation, but it all depends that how many applicants are waiting with the 85. So we'll have more information after November, because then they will release the information about the applicants with the single or applicants with the partner skill as well. So we need to wait until November to get an exact update on that, when you can expect an invitation with 85 points being a single. So now we will answer next 2 or 3 questions, and then we will end this session. And if I miss any questions, I will answer this in the comment. So next question is from Aman Gill, and she says that I want to know for 491 relative sponsorship in November, is that postcode 6069 would be included? So I can't remember the exact postcode now, but anyway, outside of Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Gold Coast, and Perth, that can consider as a regional, but definitely they will release the postcode, so you can check it in detail, exact postcode. If it's there, then you can be eligible for the relative sponsorship. So next question is from Viral Patel, and he says that how bright chances are about telecom engineer with 80 points. So telecom engineer has a good chance with 80 points, but again it only happens when they will invite very high number of invitation, otherwise it will remain at 85 points. So expect that they will invite high number of invitation at least after November, or maybe from the next round. So I can see most of the questions are related to number of points and all that. So I already discussed that for the applicants with the IT, engineering and accounting, and those are in the pro rata occupation, they will require around 85 to 90 points to get the invitation list currently. And then this is when they're inviting only 100 applicants. After November, it may depends again, they will keep continuing with the pro rata and non-pro rata occupations, and how many applicants with the single and the partner skill. And while for non-pro rata occupation, the points criteria is around 85 currently. So non-pro rata you can consider as nursing, doctor, telecom engineer, electrical engineer, and all other trade occupations as well. So if you have 85 points in those category, you can expect an invitation in next 2 rounds for the 189 invitation. But again, if they keep inviting more applicants, 1,000 or around 1,000, then you can expect an invitation as well with 80 points for the non-pro rata, and even maybe for some of the pro rata occupation apart from accounting can go to 80 points in those category as well. So I hope I have tried to clear most of the questions in this session. However, if I have missed any questions, then definitely we will try to reply it in the comments, so you'll get basic details. Or if you have any detailed inquiry, then you can visit our nearest office, and I'll be in the Aussizz Group Variety office, which we recently opened it here. So if you have any questions, you can contact us, or you can message me. You can message me on my Facebook account as well, and we can definitely discuss and go process further for the detailed consultation. Thank you.